Good afternoon on what is a cool, bright and sunny day. It is Friday the 14th of October and I'm in the reading nook with a nice hot cup of tea. And a parcel to continue unboxing. So I'm going to pull out of here is... hold of this. Is Den of Assassins, a deadly new player options, villains and game master tools for the world's greatest role-playing game. So, 5e, it's compatible with 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons, and this is for the world of game design, and it's from Brzezinski and Coins. Let's see. So. A den of intrigue awaits. A den of assassins contains everything you need to bring character to that very particular set of skills to your 5th edition campaign. Players can easily put their deadly skills to use in the service of good, as mercenaries, vigilantes, and in hunting down some of the meticulously detailed and deadly antagonists that are also included for game master use. Den of Assassins includes new subclasses, a new assassin-themed subclass for each of the 5th edition's core classes, be a barbarian assassin who throws subtly to the wind, or a druid assassin transforming into nature's deadliest shapes. Additional player options, thematic new feats and backgrounds to further customise your assassin. Elite antagonists, taking inspiration from each of the assassin subclasses, our writers have created a series of devastating mastermind-level cutthroats across different challenge levels. Each can form the basis of a campaign, act as a mini-boss or a competitor, or anything else in between. New minions, much as they did with their antagonists, our writers have created versatile lower challenge minions inspired by each subclass. New magic items. That certain set of skills needs a certain set of tools, a host of new magic items useful for doing all kinds of things, and dark deeds are included in the book. Game Master Tools, a chapter full of tools to help you put together anything from a quick encounter to a short adventure or even a campaign. Includes assassination tables, antagonist specific adventure hooks, maps and ideas for assassination missions, and layer style maps for several of the included antagonists. So that includes quite a lot. I've got a decent cover there, and inside it's full colour. So I start off with credits page, and the forward, the people involved, nicely showcasing everyone involved. I think it's a nice touch. And then continue more credits, and then we've got safety tools and so on. How to use the book. Always useful, at whatever you play. Actual proper table of contents. Chapter 1, player options. And then we get to the player options open up with new paths, options and so on for different classes. So for the barbarian we have the path of splatter, which is delightfully unsubtle, and it is accompanied by really quite good a decent artwork. I mean, basically you've got the idea that it is quite brutal and in your face. And we've got the Bard College of Ominous Whistling. So yes, have somebody whistling, at you out of the shadows. Cleric, a decomposition domain. These are quite inventive, quite enjoying these. Circle of Devouring. For fighter, the Gate Crusher. Again, that sounds a bit more of a brutal fighter. Not a lot of subtlety there. Things like death from above, shield breaker, that sort of thing. Monk, Way of the Bone Breaker. Paladin, Oath of the Headhunter. That's one that in some ways is a bit more interesting, a little less brutal, perhaps a bit more sanctioned in its operation rather than the other classes and their subclasses. Ranger, Lightbender. quite enjoying this so far. I really like the look of it. A rogue, conspirator. I mean, of course, the assassin is the perfect class to fit with an assassin type subclass. Sorcerer, a condemned soul. There's quite a bit more detail on that class than there has been on the more martial classes. For the warlock, the urban legend, the thing that lurks in the myths and tales of the streets. Wizard, the school of hard knocks. So yeah, different options there. For character backgrounds, we have things like former Crown Assassin, Left 4 Dead, Living Legacy. You can colour and flavour your assassin however you want. So you've got a few feats as well, like Show Off, Silent Rusher, Looping Striker, that go with those subclasses. Chapter 2, Inspired Antagonists and Minions. So Ketch the Headman is a barbarian, Dragonborn. So you've got more of these, to add as NPCs. Got a list of magic items there, like a galvanic rapier or a mystical tapestry, so on. High Priest Dozrat, the cleansing worm. A cleansing worm cultist. That's a nice touch. I do like, especially if you're running that in sort of like more of a Renaissance style setting, then that's really kind of creepy and appropriate. Then we've got a druid. The plants he brings to bear on his killer missions. Zara the Jumping Spider, a fighter, gate crasher, basically a drow, and that's appropriate for that. If you've got the classic interpretation of the drow and their society. A monk and a lizard monk. These are all great. I mean, I'm really enjoying the look of these. This is going to be an interesting book to read, quite fun to write about. And then Mirage, the Mirage, a Ranger light bender. So Meridia's Throat, a rogue conspirator. So some it does, the art varies in quality, but there's some that's quite nice. Some of it's pretty decent. With a schemer, and then a sorcerer, condemned soul, Ravenna. Nine Lives Jack, Warlock, and last but not least, we have a Wizard. So there's all your protagonists, also your antagonists. Sorry, we forgot to chapter 3. They had it coming. When, where, and why to assassinate somewhere. So if I have 51 reasons to kill someone or have them killed, layer locations and occasions for assassination. So tables of ideas that you as the referee can take and develop into your campaign if you're going in that direction. Assassination seeds. Ambush locations and layers. So so we've got a lot of things like caravan camp, city streets, jungle conference. City streets, caravan, Caravan Camp and so on. They're fairly kind of standard locations. Jungle Conference, that's an interesting one, a bit different to what you would normally see. Quite a nice piece of cartography there as well. Bridge, compound. So there's a bit more. I mean, some of these are a bit kind of ordinary, prosaic, but there's a bit more interesting things in here, like the jungle location, the jungle conference location, Fort Frigid, and then Groet hideout of the Druid assassin earlier, an airship. If your campaign swings in the direction, old smugglers' tunnels, warehouses, archetypal locations for this kind of campaign. So that's everything in Den of Assassins from World of Game Design, useful for your Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you have, then please do click on the like button down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings in the Nook, where you will see me out here with a parcel containing a book or game, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do hit that subscribe button down below. In the meantime, thanks again for watching, and we'll be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.